everyone, it's Maki. In the original Gundam series, there exists a popular group of characters called the Black Tri-Stars. In Gundam Seed Destiny, another Black Tri-Stars with the same name make their appearance, piloting newly designed domes specifically for the Seed series. The Black Tri-Stars in the original Gundam consist of three men named Gaia Ortega and Mash. In fact, not much is shared about their characters or backgrounds. Unlike the popular protagonists Shahrazad and Rambarao, who is adored by his lover and many subordinates, the Black Tri-Stars are not seen interacting closely with other Zeon soldiers. What kind of characters are they, exactly? There exists a scene that can serve as a little hint. In this session, let's analyze the Black Tri-Stars from the original Gundam. The Black Tri-Stars were ace pilots of the Zeon forces. They played a significant role in the battle known as the Battle of Alone, which occurred before the events depicted in the TV anime, capturing a general of the Earth Federation forces and sealing a decisive victory for the Zeon army. However, the captured General Reveal managed to escape from the Zeon forces, and his speech inspired the commanders of the Earth Federation forces to resolve to fight back against Zeon until just before General Reveal's speech. The Earth Federation was prepared to accept extremely unfavorable terms for ending the war against Zeon. The escape of General Reveal was not a failure of the Black Tri-Stars, but a failure of the military. The Black Tri-Stars were heroes who could be called the symbol of Zeon's victory. Then their exploits are depicted in the TV anime. At this time, they encounter Amara, who was beginning to awaken as a newbie. It was an extremely unfortunate matchup. Equipped with the state-of-the-art mobile suit Dom, the Black Tri-Stars launch an attack on Gundam. Amaro is shocked to see that the Dom can withstand direct hits from Gundam's Vulcan gun. Realizing that the Gundam is tougher than they thought, the Black Tri-Stars execute the jet stream attack. It's a tactic where the three mobile suits line up, making the enemy misjudge and think there's only one. It's a powerful tactic where the attacks of three units can consecutively hit a single enemy, although we the viewers can accurately grasp that the three domes are coordinating for soldiers in the chaotic battlefield. The fast-moving domes executing this tactic pose a significant threat. However, Amaro, beginning to awaken as a newbie, manages to evade this attack. We can also see a depiction of lightning-like light flashing on his forehead. The jet stream attack is executed on the Gundam for the second time. It's a very famous scene. The leading dom uses a blinding beam, taking away Amaro's vision. Unable to withstand it, the Gundam jumps up, and the bazooka of the second dome attacks. Amaro narrowly evades this attack and destroys the second dome with a beam saber. The third dome attempts to attack the Gundam, but is thwarted by the collision with the transport aircraft Meteor. In this scene, Mash of the Black Tri-Stars is killed in action, and Matilda, who was on board the Meteor, also loses her life due to the attack from the dome. The next scene conveys to the viewers the standing of the Black Tri-Stars within the Zeon forces first. The crew of the battleship Whiteface expresses their condolences for the deaths of Matilda and the supply team she led from the Earth Federation forces. As the Whiteface is in fright, it is unlikely that all crew members are gathered. However, Captain Bright Nor, helmswoman Mirai Yashima, and even bridge crew Oscar and Marker are present. There are also Amaro Hayato and Kai the mobile suit pilots, who are the main combat force along with Sayer, who serves as a fighter pilot. Essentially, nearly all crew members of Whiteface are assembled to express their condolences to Matilda's team. Next, Let's look at the reaction of the Zeon forces. Gaia and Ortega are using Dom's bazooka to fire a salute. There are no Zeon soldiers around them. It is mentioned that one reason is that the Zeon forces are busy preparing for an attack from the Earth Federation forces. The commander, clearly annoyed, is urging Gaia and the others who are slowly firing the salute. He is not hesitantly raising his voice, but clearly speaking in an irritated tone. Is this the attitude towards the heroes who once led the Zeon forces to a complete victory? As I mentioned earlier, the escape of General Reaver was not a failure on the part of the Black Tri-Stars. Why is there such a disparity in responses? Director Yoshiyuki Tomino doesn't seem like someone who would create such contrasting scenes without any intention, of course. This includes my personal interpretation. However, further hints are contained in the scene. Near the dawn performing the salute, there exists a grave, presumably dedicated to MASH. It only appears for a fleeting moment but is clearly depicted. This is a form of spontaneously generated culture on the battlefield, known as the grave of the nameless soldier. It's a simple grave dedicated to soldiers who have lost their lives on the battlefield, without any stones engraved with names. It's a form of grave where only the comrades who performed the mourning know who is resting there upon closer observation. This grave also has only a gun and a helmet placed on it. It doesn't seem like any of MASH's belongings, such as dog tags, are left there. Is this a grave to bury a national hero? However, Gaia and Ortega have chosen this form of funeral. Let's also pay attention to the words spoken by Gaia afterwards. May the soul of MASH soar through the universe and drift eternally in joy. The word Zeon does not appear in these words. When Gamezabi makes his final charge, he shouts glory to the principality of Zeon. In contrast to Gamer, Gaia mourned MASH without using the word Zeon. Within the Zeon forces, there are soldiers who are not necessarily fighting for the sake of the nation of Zeon. Chimagaha and her subordinates, who appear in Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory, are such soldiers. They are beings who join the Zeon forces more out of a need to survive than out of loyalty to Zeon. Perhaps the 3 members of the Black Tri-Stars might have been such soldiers as well. Amao and the others, who had only recently met Matilda, a member of the supply unit, saw her off with the whole crew. Despite being surrounded by a large number of allies, Gaia and Ortega had to say goodbye to MASH on their own. It's a scene of stark contrast. While being celebrated as heroes, the only companions they could befriend were the 3 members of the same Black Tri-Stars. There might be hidden drama in such a scenario. Today, we delved into an analysis centered around the Black Tri-Stars from the TV anime version in the work that depicts the story of the original Gundam under the title The Origin. The Black Tri-Stars are portrayed in a different light, unlike the TV anime version, where their appearance was extremely brief. They are given more screen time and play a more active role. The Origin features many depictions that differ from the TV anime version, and it is often perceived as a parallel world scenario. However, by watching this work, you will be able to witness even more of the Black Tri-Stars' activities. The Black Tri-Stars ultimately meet their demise. Could their souls be soaring through the universe, drifting in eternal joy? There is a theory that they have reincarnated into an alternate world called Byston Well. The Red Tri-Knights appearing in the anime Orabada Dunning utilize almost the same tactics as the Black Tri-Stars. and their appearance is also strikingly similar to them. The director of this work is Yoshiyuki Tomino, the same as the original Gundam. It's a piece of fan service he incorporated. That concludes today's program. Thank you for watching until the end. Let's meet again in the next episode.